Hello?
Hello.
Yes, my friend. What do you want to say to us? Go ahead.
Yeah, can you hear me well?
Yes, I hear you well.
Okay. Well, I have a couple. How do I say this? I have a disagreement with you.
About what?
Uh, I think, for example, there are a couple of things in Christianity that also doesn't make sense, and I agree. There are a couple of things in Islam that also doesn't make sense.
So you're a Muslim or
But
not? You're a Muslim?
I am, yeah.
Okay, so when you say in Islam doesn't make sense, does that mean you decide to leave Islam?
Well, not really. You also probably agree there are things in Christianity that is not 100% logical.
Okay, I'm not the one who's talking about logical, but you see, when your logic speak against your logic, that is stupid. So I can say now, is it logical that Jesus is born and he have no father? No.
Well,
It's not
of
logical,
course.
but it's logical in my belief. Why? Because if we believe that Jesus is a son of God, so it's logical that he is special and he is different. Therefore, his birth is not like anyone else. But in your religion, it's not logical. So when we speak
Well,
about logic, if a logic speak against its own, that is stupid. If the logic match the faith, well, that will make sense.
okay. Let me give you an example.
Okay.
There are verses in Christianity where that are very, let's say, immoral, and I can tell you there are also Quranic
Okay,
verse that
give me an example of immoral
from the Quran or from the.
from a Christianity. Go ahead.
Well, I don't. I'm sorry, I don't have it right now, but I'm sure there's a couple in the
No,
Old Testament.
this is your assumption. Obviously, we Christians, we read them and we have our explanation for them. So when you say it's immoral, we laugh. But you
Okay, so
said, but as long you agree that in Islam there is things is not right.
but can you agree with me both in the Quran and in the verses of the Bible? There you will find a couple of things that are not
No, for me,
small.
you see, when you say, I can say now, Jesus, he said to the people, hypocrite. Somebody will say this is rude. I say this is fine. Somebody will say that Jesus will come in the judgment day, and he will say to his angels, slaughter them. You might say this is a crime. I say no, he's the judge. So it's how you see and how you observe. And if we believe that Jesus is God, then he gave life, he take life. There's no problem.
Okay. Well, so that's what if the Muslims say the same from
No,
their point of view?
no, they don't say that because simply the Muslims, everything against. As an example, if I ask you now, we are talking about Moses when you call me. Is Moses is a Muslim
Okay.
or not?
Well, it depends on the definition of a Muslim.
Okay.
Uh,
Do Muslim believe in the original sin?
well, to be honest, a lot of Muslims they will lie, but I will tell you that we have a concept of the original sin.
But all of us we knew that Muslim don't believe in it, right?
Well, a lot of them they just don't want to be judged, So
No, this is not the question. You see, we're talking about religion, not about your opinion and my opinion. So, according to Islam, do Islam approve the idea of original sin or not?
well, I'm pretty sure there are hadith, so that would indicate that yes.
They will indicate, but the teaching of Islam is against it.
Who is against it exactly?
Islam and your prophet.
Like Muhammad, but I don't know. Maybe I've heard a hadith that say that Muhammad he says that Adam or was it Hawa that ate the fruit, and because of that we are here, and therefore maybe you mean something else by the
Okay.
original.
Do you remember when I said to you, if your logic is against your logic, that's mean your religion is stupid? This is what you just said to me.
Here's the thing.
You, you,
I,
you just said to me that your prophet said, if not Muhammad, if not Adam did that, we will not be here, correct?
yeah, well, that's the same in Christianity
No, no,
too.
no, no,
So
no,
how?
no, no. In Christianity, we believe in that. If not Adam, we are not here. We believe in that. We don't say we don't. But look what happened. Muhammad, he says in one hadith that if not Adam, we will not be here. In different hadith, he say the opposite. He say, we cannot blame Adam for being out of heaven because Allah, he wrote our destiny to be there. And then he claimed that Moses and Adam, they have a debate, an argument. And then Muhammad, he says, when Moses, he said to Adam, because of you are out of heaven. Adam, he said to him, are you blaming me for something written by Allah for me before he created me, 40 years before he created me? And then Muhammad continues saying, and this is how Adam got the better argument, and he confuted Moses, and he repeated that 3 times. So according to the hadith here, Moses was not a Muslim. He believed in the original sin, which a Christian believe. Adam is a Muslim because he don't believe that because of him we are out. Muhammad, he agreed with Adam against Moses. But you are the one who said to me that there's a hadith says, if not Adam, we will not be here, correct?
Well. To put it simply, in Islam, we do believe that the reason we are here on Earth instead of Jannah or whatever is because of the actions of someone else, namely Hawa and Adam.
No, my friend. No. You see, this is a contradiction here. Because if we are here because of the action of somebody, then this will be the teaching of Islam. But the teaching of Islam, here we go, it's in front of your eyes. I'm putting the hadith. The teaching of Islam is that Moses was wrong when he said to Adam, because of you we are out of heaven.
Well, that's the idea in Christianity too.
No,
isn't it?
No, in Christianity it's consistent. We believe that because of Adam we are out, and nobody says no. Here we have different message. In one hand, because of Adam we are out, and one hand says we cannot blame Adam for being out. So what kind of a prophet? He say 2 opposite things.
Well, okay, that's very interesting.
No, my friend, this is not interesting. This is interesting in stupidity. Because if I say to you, there is no ice in Arizona, and then I say 2 words after, there is ice in Arizona. So either there's ice or there's no ice. Here we talk about belief. So there's no way to misunderstand. Either because of Adam we commit sin and we are out, or not because of him. So which one?
Okay, I will give you there's an inconsistency there in the belief.
Okay.
I will give you that. So but let me go to my back to what I was saying. Firstly, I need to, for this to go to this, I need you to agree that both in the Quran and the Bible, and maybe probably in Torah too, you find a couple of things that by today's standards we would say is immoral.
My friend,
can you agree?
You see, this is not our topic now. You see, and if today in the today is not moral, you can say whatever you want, but this is not about moral and immoral. We are talking about the basic belief. A belief speak against each. We are not talking about somebody came 10,000 years after Muhammad. This is the same Muhammad. It's not a prophet came 1,000 years after Muhammad and he opposed what Muhammad said. We are talking about the same guy. This guy, he says something in the morning, he said the opposite afternoon.
I give you that there was an inconsistency there, but my question that I originally called to ask you was, you make a lot of points against Islam that, while I do agree with a lot of them, they are all based on morals. By the standards of Christianity, who are you to say that when why shoot when you live in a glass house, if you know what I mean? When the Old Testament isn't known for being the most peaceful book itself. So how can you criticize the Quran for that?
What is that? You said the New Testament is not the most peaceful book. Why?
The Old Testament.
The Old Testament?
Yes, the Old
Okay.
Testament.
If you go and read, you will see, because they did to them, we do to them. So those people are trying to survive. Your prophet, he attacked just for the sake of women. When your prophet, he says, attack the Roman so you can get the blondie. Attack the Roman so you can get the blondie. So did the God of the Jews, he said to them, attack the Roman to get the blondie? Is that the reason? So here we notice, my friend, my friend. Let us, you know, you sound like a nice guy, and you are welcome. But we have to be honest. If my reason for war is serious, have nothing to do with me just raping women, taking things that don't belong to me, and there's no reason for it. So when they attack me and they enslave me and they take my wives and they take my children and they take the whole nation of Israel, they've been taken as slaves twice.
Well, that's not nice.
The Assyrian and the Egyptian. So they took the whole nation. They did not even leave a chicken behind. They took everything. They put them in cargo and make them move. So
are you talking about maybe the tribe of Haibar or something?
No. I'm talking about the Israeli before Islam. So if we want to judge, we have to judge the reason to understand the history. So those are history event happen. Let us reason to understand them. So if when God he come and then he say, we'll attack them so you can get the blondie girls. It's not to spread Islam. Muhammad, he claimed that he's a prophet. He want to spread Islam, right?
It's like a hadith. Do that to women. Something about what again with the blondie thing. Can you what do you mean exactly?
Well, when you're a prophet, he says, attack the Roman and get the blondie girls. There's a person, he says, don't tempt us, prophet. Your prophet tempting his men to go to war just for the purpose of having blonde women. He did not say, let us attack the Roman.
Slaves stuff, sex slaves, Is that what you mean?
What is a blondie mean? When I say to you, let us attack our neighbor, he have a blondie girls. What does that mean?
That means you conquer them and
rape them, right?
I don't wanna, I don't have the heart to.
Okay, so when you're a prophet, he says, and this is your Islamic interpretation, and this is your Quran, and this is your statement in the chapter of At-Tawbah, verse number 49. It says, "Ighzu Tabuk taghnabu banat al-asfar wa nisa ar-rum." Attack Tabuk, you will win, you will gain the daughter of the yellow, which means the blonde, and the women of the Roman. Then a guy, he said to him, don't tempt us by women. The Quran made a verse about him saying that this guy is a bad guy. So the one who have decency, the Quran called him a hypocrite. The one who is encouraging people to go to war, kill each other just for the sake of women, he is the prophet.
I admit that there's, of course, things that, listening to you and someone else I've seen that, there are things in the Quran and such that are not 100% moral, and I understand that, But at the end of the day, I wanted to ask you, the big question I came to ask you is it necessarily something that, it is not true because it does not meet the moral standard of every year and every century, and as moral is constantly subjectively changing, 100 years from now, a lot of things we do now that are
my friend, is it lawful 100 years from now or before that you will attack the neighbor just to take the blondie girls? Are you serious?
Well, I'm not talking about that one specifically. That
okay,
one,
forget about that. Is it lawful? Is it okay that a prophet of God who come after Moses, he come after the one you call him Isa, and then he says you can take a woman and have sex with her 3 days 3 nights? Is that acceptable? Is that what Jesus? Is that what Jesus taught?
I agree with you. However, if you look at all the prophets were not exactly pacifist. You know, if you heard about David and Solomon, they had a bit too few. They were not exactly the most.
Okay, but my friend, you see, I said to you,
You know,
you should not use a logic against your own logic. If you go in the Bible, you will see that God, He punished David. Even He took his son from him, the son from a relationship. David, he took a woman. She was married to a man of his soldiers. He sent the guy to war simply to make him die so he can take the wife. He took the wife. He have a child from her. God, he took his son. God make him lose. God condemn him. God punish him. And this person, he cried to God asking for forgiveness. So you see the difference here. When we say the Bible, there's a story about a person. He's a very well known. His name is David. He do something bad. The God of the Bible, he's consistent. He said to him, shame on you. What you took from others, I will take from you. What you build will be destroyed. You took the wife of somebody, somebody else will take your wife. If we go in the Quran, we find the opposite. The God of Islam praising David for doing his crime. So
okay,
the
well,
God of Islam, the same crime is mentioned in both books. The difference is the criminal in the Quran is a good guy. The criminal in the Bible is condemned.
well, I never said that. You know, while I do, I think that all three are Abrahamic religion. I never say that it is Islam and Christianity is the same. And you know, that's an example of one of the differences that you will find.
No, you see, I want to be consistent. Is it all right if David he commit a crime? Is it all right because he is a big deal guy? It's okay for him to commit a crime in Islam or not?
If a prophet did something bad, I'm not gonna tell you, and even God condemned him. I'm not gonna tell you that what he did was not wrong at all.
Well, my book says that David, he was a very bad person. He committed a crime. He was not decent. He was not following God. He is not obeying God, and we have no shame to say it because he is who did that. So what if he's David? He's David.
Well,
David, he commits sin. Why we have to cover up for somebody? It's clear. It says he did commit sin. Just because he is a big name, big guy, he is mentioned in your book, he's a prophet, so we don't dare to say he was a bad person. My Bible says he was a person. Your Quran say the opposite. So you see the difference? In my Bible, the bad is bad, the good is good, the filthy is filthy, and God say it as it is. In your book, the bad is good, the criminal is good, the rapist is good, the one who take the wife of others is a wonderful person.
Hold up. First of all, when it comes to David, I don't know exactly how Christians view him. Is he viewed as someone that's like someone that you're supposed to look up to? You know,
my friend, we don't care. First of all, we don't look up to a prophet. Secondly, David for us, I mean, people they call him a prophet. You can call him a prophet if you want, but I don't see the prophecies of David. However, David was a king. Even if he was a prophet, that will not make him the best example for me. When he do wrong, he's wrong. When he do good, I will follow the good of him. So the Bible teaching us that there's nobody is good. My friend, hold on. There's no one is good save God. There's no one is good save God. This is what the Bible teach. So we don't follow a prophet as an example. We follow the good of God as an example. So this is why we have one master, one Lord. His name is Jesus. He is our best example. The rest is not. Because I am sin. I commit sin. You commit sin. Peter commits sin. John commits sin. Luke commits sin. Everybody commits sin. Every single human commits sin. So if we say that we will make the best example of us, a person who is a human being like me who commits sin, that is a foolish of me. Muhammad was a very bad person. Not only he is an average sinner man, he was the worst. I mean, name for me one thing.
hold on, no, Chris, just let me give you something. Let me say something quick. You said that David was still a prophet, and someone important in Christianity, even though he had his flaws. You named a lot of other prophets that had their flaws, but still
I
were
don't understand what
prophets.
you are saying. You are speaking an accent I heard from you. Speak again about David. What you say?
Okay, sorry. When it comes to David, you said that even though he has his flaws, he's still a prophet. Same
I did
goes
not
for
say. I
other.
did not even say he's a prophet. You are the one saying he's a prophet. I
Fine,
mean,
fine.
okay.
There are other
You see,
examples such
you
as Noah.
Muslims,
Then,
you have a weird religion. Anyone is famous, you name him prophet. Zulkarnain is a prophet.
okay, my bad. I
Saleh
thought
is a
I
prophet.
don't know
Idris is a
Christianity.
prophet.
I
Who
don't
are
know
they? We do not
Christianity.
know.
I don't
So,
know Christianity 100%, so you can correct me. Okay, let's say Noah. Is Noah a prophet in Christianity? Yes or no?
well, we can say he is. Yeah, he received message from God. Yeah.
Yeah, and there are accounts in the Bible where he did something that is not very nice. But
Okay.
still, he's a prophet. Why can't you say the same about Muhammad? Even though he had his flaws,
We
can
say,
he still not be
okay.
a prophet?
I just told you. I just told you. Doesn't matter who is the person. If he do wrong, he did wrong. The Bible says that. The Bible condemns the behavior of anyone who do bad. Doesn't matter if it's Noah. Doesn't matter if it's Adam. Doesn't matter if anyone. No
Yes.
limit, no protection for anyone do bad. In your Quran, show me where Noah he did bad. Go ahead.
Well, there are not exactly, but there are examples in the Quran where Allah says, for example, if you relate to the people the verses that are not for me, and or you make up the Quran, then I will punish you. Allah says that to Muhammad. So that's an example that Allah will hold Muhammad accountable if
Okay,
he does something.
What Allah he said about this? If you do fabricate Quran, what he will do?
Yeah, exactly. The verse went something like, if you do fabricate verses, then then I will hold you accountable, something like that.
What exactly you will do?
What exactly the verse says? You mean?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, I don't recall
Okay,
every
I will
single
help you.
verse.
Chapter 69, verse number 46, it says, if Muhammad fabricated Quran, I will cut his artery.
All right, yeah, that's holding him accountable.
Okay.
So
Okay, how Muhammad he died?
well, how Muhammad died, I'm not too familiar with how he died. I don't know if it was old age or
Well,
whatever it
he
was.
died by cutting his artery.
Is that like in the Sira, or if you know about
In
the
the hadith, this
Sira?
is Sahih Bukhari.
Okay, Sahih Bukhari.
Muhammad he promised, saying that God told him, his God, if he is lying, fabricating, claiming things is not true, Allah will cut my artery, and I give you the chapter number and the verse number. And this is the hadith in Sahih Bukhari. Muhammad, in the element of his death, he said, O Aisha, I feel the pain caused by the food I ate at Khaybar. At this time, I feel as if my aorta is being cut from that poison. So
Well,
Muhammad
the
he
poison
predicted,
cut
if I
his
am
artery.
lying, Allah will cut my artery, and this is what happened to him. Isn't death happen by Allah only permission?
Well, I don't exactly understand how food will cut his artery. That's
My friend, are you
even
saying
if
Muhammad is lying here too? I mean, the guy, he is saying my artery, and Muhammad, he said, وَمَا هُوَ إِلَّا وَحْيٌ يُوحَى. Anything I say is Allah is inspiring me. So when Muhammad, he says, so you are going to accuse him, says, how in the world you die from cutting your artery? Are you questioning your
well,
prophet statement?
well, here's the thing. You will, whether I question or not, that's I'll say that there are probably things in the hadith that even though I believe in them, I don't believe in them 100%. I take them with a grain of salt, even if they're sahih, because at the end of the day,
Okay.
uh,
So what you just said, that I am a Muslim, when the logic of Islam is against the logic I like, I will put that logic under my shoes. This is your prophet statement.
no,
The
no, no.
Muslim
I didn't.
scholars, The Muslim
what I'm
scholars, they
saying
say
is
this
I'll
is
take it with a
Sahih,
grain
and this
of
is
salt.
Sahih al-Bukhari. This is the most authentic book. So because you don't like it, what do you do? I am not going to accept it. Very simple.
Well, first of all,
If
there
this
are
is the
different
case, my
types of
friend, if this is the case,
censorship.
anything I don't like, I will say I don't accept it. You can attack me now. You can say anything you want about
No,
Christianity.
no, no, that's not what I'm doing. That's not what I'm doing.
So do you accept
Because
the hadith or not? Do you accept that Muhammad saying I feel it's cut in my artery or not?
well, what I'm saying is that it's not a problem if I say that I disagree with these certain things that are very controversial that is written in the hadith, because at the end of the day, even though they might say sahih, they were written very long after the death of Muhammad.
Was the
So I
Quran
have to
written
take
after
it with a
the Quran written long after Muhammad too? You don't have a Quran. You
yeah,
don't have until now a single page of the Quran.
I have heard the criticism that the
No, no,
Quran you
not
have to.
criticism, not criticism. Even you, if you open your Quran now, I'm assuming you speak Arabic. You open your Quran, there's a page, it's called page A. Go there, it says this Quran is written according to Hafs, according to Ibn Asim, Ibn Jud, etc., 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 according to Uthman, according to Muaz, according to Prophet Muhammad. So you have tons of according to what? According to recitation. Open it.
Recitation, yeah, do.
Exactly.
So
So why it says recitation? Because you don't have a book.
that's true. It was passed on orally, you know.
Exactly. And this is the same as the hadith. So the excuse you gave me, my friend, a second ago, that the hadith is written long time after, well, the same for the Quran. It was recitation. The hadith is recitation. Somebody told somebody, somebody told somebody, somebody wrote, after somebody, we wrote it down. The Quran is the
Yeah,
same.
and therefore I can take it with a grain of salt when there are things in the hadith that shocks me, and you know I cannot explain.
It's not up to you, my friend. It's not up to you and not up to me. See,
How come it's not up to me?
it's not up to
No,
you
yeah,
because you see, you are the one saying you will not accept something written long after, then you should not accept the Quran too.
well, here's the thing. I'll take it with a grain of salt. That doesn't mean I refute everything. That doesn't mean I take everything. That means, you know, that I'll do what I can with what I'm, you know, with what I'm given. You know.
So
Yeah.
what we learn from this now? What we
What
learn?
I
What we learn simply that, you know, with my respect to you, you answer with no answer. You are giving me like answers in the wind. Are you believer, or you are so believer?
Here's the thing. I'll admit that a lot of things that I believe is very controversial for even a Muslim. But you know, a lot of things that I believe is very controversial from even a Muslim point of view. But you know, I'm like, you know, I call myself a modern Muslim. You know, somewhat a moderate Muslim.
How you have a modern? Do you have a modern Quran?
Well, a modern interpretation, you could say,
How
because
you can have a modern interpretation if the guy he said that 1400 years ago, you know, me and you, we agreed that we have to go back in history in order to understand what happened, right?
well, yeah, why not?
Okay, so Allah, he gave Muhammad a Quran, and Muhammad, he gave interpretation for his Quran in his time by the hadith explaining what he said, mostly, not all of them. However, so today what we will do, we are not going to take what Muhammad said, we are going to give our own moderate interpretation. But how you can have moderate? As an example, when the Quran
I
says,
explained to
when the Quran
you.
says, when the Quran says that there is women in heaven and they have big boobs, how give me the modern interpretation of this?
The modern interpretation is that, you know, sex is not banned in the heaven, I guess.
Oh, I'm not talking about sex. Who said sex is bad? I'm not saying about, because God, he gave Adam and Eve the right to have sex, all right? Nobody says sex is bad. But when you make a promise about boobs, is that lawful? Is that right? So if I go to your house, my friend, and I knock at your door, and I give you a card, says believe in my God, and there's a picture of two big breasts, is that logical? Is that acceptable? Is that ethical? Is that smart?
Well, that's not the same thing over here. You trying to make the point that Islam is trying to use sex to advertise to horny men. I'm guessing that's what you trying to say.
Well, you got what you got, and you tell me the answer now. I'm waiting for the answer. Why
Yeah,
God? Why God presenting Himself that if I believe in Him, He will give me big boobs? He did not even say the word women. There's no woman
well,
there.
there are two understanding. One is that, hey, God, he's trying to use sex to sell his religion, and one is that, hey, sex is allowed in heaven, so that's maybe one thing that you will not miss in heaven. So yeah.
So, my friend, you are saying to me that because sex is allowed in heaven, I can be the devil who promise you sex, not for love, just sex, just a pure sex. I can
Well,
tempt you, I can tempt you to believe in me by telling you I will give you big boobs. So what
well,
is
I,
so what is the difference between Satan and Allah?
whoa, relax now, relax,
No,
friend.
why relax? Why relax? What I'm asking you a serious question. What is the difference between Satan and Allah?
What kind of a question is that? What is the difference between Lucifer and Yahweh?
There's a huge difference. Lucifer is
Exactly.
evil, God is good. Your God is
Exactly.
evil. You just told me that my God is the same as Lucifer. Isn't it Satan who tempt us to do bad things? So
Obviously, Satan is.
when you say if you go and do jihad, I will give you those things, isn't it this is a temptation of sex? What's the difference between Satan? I go
You,
to
you,
I go to
maybe
my
you're
neighbor.
talking
I
about
go to
the
my neighbor
hadith.
now. I go to my neighbor and I will shoot him because I am being promised I will have endless penis, I will have big women ass, and I will have big boobs women, and I go kill. So what is different between Satan and your God? There's no different. And let me ask you
What,
to
what,
make it more
what,
simple. To make simple, who is the one? What is the most ugly thing Satan he do in this earth?
one more time, please.
What is the most ugly thing Satan he does in this earth?
Well, I guess it's I guess bring people, tempt people to do bad things.
Like what?
Like murder, rape, whatever.
Okay,
Right?
so if somebody uh, uh, taught people to do murder, he is Satan.
If someone, well, by that logic, both Allah and Yahweh are Satan, because looking at the Old Testament and the Quran, So, but I guess you don't
You
agree with
see,
that. So,
you run away to speak about Yahweh. Okay, you see, we said murder. We said murder. So murder is mean. It's mean that you kill somebody. He did nothing. He's not even your enemy. Do you agree
here's the
with
thing,
me? Do you agree with me?
there is difference in
Okay,
murder and
if I
killing.
kill somebody to take his just to take his wife,
Well,
is
obviously,
that a murder or not?
of course, it's murder. What
Okay,
kind of a
what
question
is
is
the
that?
punishment? What is the punishment if a man he killed a slave, a white man,
Uh,
a white Arab, he killed a black slave?
in the Islam or
Yes,
Christianity, or
in Islam.
well, the Islam, obviously, if you kill someone, the punishment is that you get the same.
What the same? What does that mean? Speak to me in English,
I,
please.
I'm not like Jews. What would you call it? Like a faqih person that studies fiqh, Islamic laws, jurisprudence.
Hmm.
But I would assume that the punishment would be qisas, something like eye for an eye.
Okay, eye for an eye. Just to show you how stupid Islam is. Eye for an eye is in the book of Moses, which means if you kill me, if you kill somebody, we will kill you. This eye for an eye, correct?
That would be eye for an
Okay.
eye.
Yeah, okay. So in the Quran, Muhammad, because he's a fraud, He said, we will practice eye for an eye. But look what he did. Chapter 2, verse 178 said, "O who you believe in retaliation for the murder, it's ordained upon you, free for the free, slave for the slave, female for the female." So if I am a free man, and I kill a free man, I will be killed for killing a free man. If I am a free man and I killed a black man, he's a slave, my black slave will be killed. If I am a man and kill the women, the other man, he will kill my women. What kind of justice is?
I don't think the other people are responsible for your actions. So I don't think killing a slave, like if someone kills someone else's slave.
Yeah.
First of all, I don't know slavery. That don't mean you should kill the other person's slave. Take that on the person that did that. The slave didn't do anything but sit there and be enslaved. So how come that doesn't sit well with me, to be honest?
Okay, but this is what the Quran is saying. This is chapter 2, verse 178. So you kill my wife, I kill your wife. I don't kill you, I kill your wife. What kind of justice the justice is? So now we have two victims. Your wife and my wife, they are dead.
Wait, is that in the Quran?
Yeah, this is Quran, chapter 2, verse 178.
That's Surah Al-Baqarah 178. Right. Can you read in Arabic if you have that?
Sure, here we go. يا أيها الذين آمنوا. Let me move that so people can see. يا أيها الذين آمنوا كتب عليكم القصاص في القتلى الحر بالحر العبد بالعبد والأنثى بالأنثى.
Oh yeah, I know that. Oh, okay.
Yeah. What kind of God is God? This is Satan. So because now we have more victims.
Relax with the Satan equivalation, but yeah, again. I was talking earlier about a couple of things in the Quran and in the Hadith that it doesn't sit well with me, and as I said, I take it all with a grain of salt, and if I can't believe this is something from God, then I will not say that, hey, this is from God, but and I do recognize that it's even a lot of Muslims would would disagree with me for saying that I can't take this from God. But yeah,
my friend, hold on. You are saying to me, okay, I cannot accept this because this is against my value, correct?
Of course.
Okay, but you just said that the value of Allah is a satanic value. That's why I reject it. So if your Allah is the one who is teaching a satanic value, obviously he is Satan. When I say to you, what is the difference between Allah and Satan? You get upset. You said, hold on, don't go that far. But you just admitted now, but by your own words, you don't accept the value of Allah. This is a bad value. So the value of Allah is proven to be satanic value, because Satan, he don't want justice. Satan, he want us to kill more. So now we have a woman, she is murder. I go and kill another woman. She is not even have nothing to do with it, just because she is my wife. That is the most stupid thing. A slave was killed, I kill another slave. So now we have two poor black people being killed because this is what the slaves they have, the black slaves. So what kind of justice? You agreed that this is not justice, this cannot be from God. So if this cannot be from God, then we have to accept that the whole Quran cannot be from God.
Well, we can accept that just like the Bible, the Christians, I have friends that are Christians, and they say that, hey, we never make the claim that the Bible is 100% the Word of God.
No, my friend, hold on. You see, you get us wrong. I can say to you now that in the Bible there's a guy, his name is Abraham is talking, but not everything Abraham says God talking. When God talk, God talk. There's a God, his name is let us say the wife of Abraham said to Abraham, but the wife of Abraham is not God. So when we say not every single word is God talking, this is simple. This is what it is. There's people, even Satan he speak, even the Quran, Satan he said to Allah. So it is silly to say that every single word is the word of God. But here in the Quran, this is your God talking. You cannot say this is not God talking. You can't say this is Abraham talking. You can't say this is Moses talking. This is God himself talking.
Well, here's the thing. I agree with you, but here's the thing. I personally would say that there are probably other Muslims too, maybe not many, that recognize that there are homes with the idea that the Quran is what do you say perfectly reserved, and I believe that what you said, the Hafs version, right,
Mm.
is the one that we have today. Uh, I'm feeling that I have to at some point accept the fact that the Quran is not 100% preserved, but that doesn't mean that you don't need to chop
So
off
look
the
what
whole
we would do
tree.
now. Look what we would do. Any verse from now on, according to your logic, I don't like, I will say is not from the Quran.
Well, said it's only the verses that I
Okay,
don't
what if there's tons of verses, they are
like.
good and they are added to the Quran? Because you see Satan, when Satan he want to deceive, he will not say to you, I'm Satan deceiving you. He will add the poison between the good food. So if there is something good, doesn't mean it is really not from Satan. So again, your logic is wrong. If I want to kill somebody, if I am an evil person, I want to put poison. Where I will put poison for him? I will put it in his toilet seat? No. In his shoe? No. I will put it in the good food he eat, in the best food he eat. So poison is what, just one drop. You do not need to cook poison. You need one drop to kill the guy. So what we do, we drop one
I
drop of poison in a
think
good container. Container have nice apples, nice beef, nice meat, nice rice. Then we put the drop there, and then we are dead. That's it. So you just said now that this is a drop of poison.
Before you continue, you say that problem would be a drop of poison. I say that problem would be like the example of if you have a banana and there's a small brown spot, you can eat around that brown spot. That wouldn't destroy the whole banana. But if you compare it to you say no, it's like a poison
But how do
instead.
you know that the whole banana is not from Satan?
Here's the thing. There is, first of all, how I know is there are a couple of things.
Okay, I will do this with you, my friend. I want you to show me one thing in the Quran is not, for sure, is not from Satan.
Okay, that should not be a very difficult thing.
Okay, show us.
Right. Let me, for example, say that let's take Suratul Ahad. Qul huwa Allahu Ahad.
Okay.
Allahu Samad.
All right. Qul huwa Allahu ahad. Okay.
Why, if the Satan is not a believer, why would he say that? Hey, God is a monotheist. Maybe the Satan has become a Muslim now. If he would agree with that,
Okay.
So that's an example that
Okay.
God can't.
I heard you. You speak Arabic. I speak Arabic. Qul huwa Allahu ahad. Ahad. Ahad does not mean one. Ahad mean one of. I challenge you, my friend. Yes, I challenge you to make one sentence using the word ahad, and it does not mean one off. Just make any sentence.
It's the Quran. The Quran is not like Arabic that is spoken today.
What do you mean
Obviously,
in the Quran? This is Arabic, my friend. Ahad. Ahad does not mean one. It's mean one off. If I go right now, my friend, hold on. If I go right now in the front of your eyes, I don't know. I think you are from Morocco. Is that correct?
No, I'm from Africa. I'm from. Do you know about Djibouti?
Oh, okay. So look at this. If I type the word ahad in the Quran, I will find the word ahad all over the Quran. وَمَا يُعَلِّمَانِ مِنْ أَحَدٍ. So you did not teach anyone off.
I agree with you.
Okay.
It does not.
So this is what ahad mean. Ahad mean one off. So قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٍ. He is one off of what? Then it says Allahu Samad. As-Samad, we just showed him actually before you called me. I don't know if you were watching, that there was an idol. His name is Samud, and this is in the book of Ibn Kathir.
Okay. You have a point there that ahad doesn't mean, just one image. So it can mean one of, it can mean different things. But you asking me whether or not I can find a verse in the Quran that would prove that
No, you see, you gave me a verse. It's very, you see, I don't want to be rude to you. You're a nice person, so I'm trying to be nice, but forgive me if I am, like somehow aggressive. You see,
no.
I ask you, give me something to prove that the Quran is from the true God. You give me this. I mean, with my respect to you, this is silly. So
Well,
shaitan is one. Shaitan is one. Iblis is one. Okay, so say Iblis is one. Okay, and he is a Samad, he is Samud. Okay, and what? He don't have a children's. Okay, and what? And nobody is equal to him. Okay, there's nobody equal to Iblis. I agree. Are you equal to Iblis? If there's anyone equal to Iblis? So I ask you for a proof. You give me a verse. It's very silly. And the one who made is even, he's trying to copy the Jews, but because he is an idiot, he copied it right.
well,
He copied it wrong. So the Jews, they say, "Oh Israel, your God is Echad," but Echad is not one as a number. Echad is a unity.
you have a point there, but I can still find the verses a verse that I would that obviously Satan wouldn't write. But
Like what? Here we go.
but
I gave you a chance. You gave me something silly. I mean, Satan will not
well,
write what? I mean, name for me one chapter, my friend. Name me from one chapter.
yeah,
Is
I
not
don't remember
silly.
exactly.
Is not stupid.
There are verses that you condemn.
So you are saying to me, there's verses are not stupid. The whole Quran is stupid, but there's some verses are not.
I am saying that.
Because listen,
I'm
did you,
saying
did you hear what I said? I said, name for me a chapter. Is not stupid. What your answer was? No, there's some verses are not. That's what you said.
that here's the thing. What I'm saying is that obviously by today's most standards, there are certain, but that I also hold those standards. There are certain things in the Quran, but mostly Hadith, to be honest, that would be considered immoral, and obviously I can take that with a
My
salt, as
friend,
you
forget
explained to
about
me.
immoral now. We got it, the immoral thing. But when you were saying, Jesus said, "From their fruits you shall know them." What do you think about the sentence? From their
Well,
fruits you shall know them, correct?
I'm thinking it means action speaks louder than words,
Exactly.
probably.
Yeah, exactly. Because people, they can talk is cheap. I can speak to you about how good I am, how wonderful, feed the poor, but I never fed one. About taking care of somebody's homeless, but I never did to anyone. About being decent, not to cheat, not to lie, but I do all those things. So talk is cheap. The fruit is what decide where we belong. The fruit of Allah and the fruit of Muhammad is ugly. As an example, is it cheating is haram in Islam?
Well, cheating could mean anything. Cheating
Cheating
when it
on your
comes to.
wife. Cheating on your wife. Is it?
You mean that cheating in a relationship? All right. Well, obviously, cheating is wrong.
Okay. So if a guy, I'm not trying to insult you, please forgive me. If a person come to your house and he is your father, and he flirt with your wife,
Well, that's a little bit. That's a little bit far-fetched of a question to ask. Why you're
no,
asking
my
something
friend,
that specific?
you will see what I am asking. Just say, tell me, what do you think? If a person claim to be your God, and he go to your house when you are not there, and then he flirt with your wife, says to her, "I like you." Is that a
God,
cheating? Is that a decency? Is that awful? Is that good? What do you think?
you mean prophet? If someone is prophet, because
Doesn't
you
matter
said
who. It
God.
doesn't matter, my friend. So? Are you saying if he's a prophet that he can do it? It's okay.
No, but no. But what I mean is, like, of course, even if he's a prophet, why would you say that? That's messed up.
So let us focus on the question. If a person, he is supposed to your father, and he come to your house and he flirt with your wife, how you describe such a behavior? Is that a decency? Is that a good fruit? Is that a bad fruit? Is that satanic? Is that from God? How you describe it?
Obviously, yeah, I would think maybe he's drunk. He's he
Well, the
drank some
person is not a
alcohol.
drunk. Let us take that option. He's not a drunk. He don't drink. He don't drink. He don't
Well,
smoke. He don't take hashish.
well, I'd be surprised about his behavior. What kind of behavior is that?
So what does that mean? Tell me. Is he bad or good?
It's obviously messed up.
Okay, messed up. This is what your prophet did. Your prophet, he went to his own son wife when she was alone, Zainab, and then he said to her, praise be to Allah, the one who made my heart move and flip for you. He said that to her in front of her face, not only in his heart. No. He said that in his lips, and the woman, she is married, and he was allowed to enter the house because simply this is the house of his own son.
Where is this like you talking about? A lot of people they mention this about Zainab. Are we talking about Zainab?
Yes.
Specifically. Okay. Well, that's of course that's a controversial one. Zainab Hassan Muhammad. Obviously, maybe Hassan he didn't like Zainab anymore, and Muhammad she was single. Muhammad he didn't want her to be single and lonely.
My friend, the story is saying that the guy was happily married, and then Muhammad he went to visit his son. Let us say, for the sake of argument, you and your wife you have a fight every day. Is it lawful for me to go to your house when you are not at home and she is still your wife, and you flirt with your wife?
Even if it's not a happy relationship, that's kind of uncalled for thing to do. I wouldn't know that's not good to do, even if they're fighting. But you said that they were happily married. Does it say that in the hadith?
My friend, let us say they are not happily married. They hate each other. Is it right to go to the house of a married man and you flirt with the wife? Is the value will change in Islam if the guy is happily married or not? I mean, what kind of logic is this? So you are saying to me now, oh, okay, so if the guy is not happily married, I can go flirt with his wife?
I mean, that's a very that's a sticky one, because obviously there are people that that are unhappy in relationships and they start new relationships even today.
My friend, but this is a cheating.
Well,
because you are okay. If you are still married, you are still married. She live in the house of the husband, for God's sake. I mean, she did not even leave the house. She live in his house. The guy, he never mentioned he would divorce her. Then after he came home, the wife, she told him, your father was here and he flirted with me. Then the hadith says, فَفَطِنَ زَيْد. So he remember, I got it. So he went to his father and he said, oh, Zainab, she is hurting me with her tongue. Please give me permission to divorce her. The guy never mentioned that before. But now he knew for sure that his father and his wife, they have a relationship. Otherwise, why he didn't divorce her before? Why he decided to divorce her after she told him that your father was here and he flirted with me? And look, just to show you how filthy this woman Zainab is, she said that after the Prophet he flirted with me, each time Zayd wanna have sex with me, Allah make his penis swell. Let me show it to you on the screen, and you speak Arabic, you have no excuse. إن زيدا تورم ذلك منه حين أراد أن يقربها.
Is that hadith graded Sahih? Where do you find it?
My friend, anything is not why is going to be in Al-Qurtubi if it's not a graded Sahih? Why Al-Qurtubi will use it if it's bad?
If
it says here we go. It says
which book?
they are like putting bunch of hadith. Here it says قلت هذا القدر هو الذي أخرجه مسلم في صحيحه وهو الذي صححه الترمذي في جامعه والبخاري عن أنس بن مالك blah 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 blah, and they continue. So they are giving you, I mean, those are the scars, not my business. So the scholars are
like
giving you a list
Dar
of
es
hadith.
Salaam Sahih on there is like Dar es Salaam
My
Sahih.
friend, when you say is it sahih, are you saying to me that the Muslim scholars they lie about your prophet honor, and the
Yeah.
Muslims they allow them to do that, and then they print their books, and then they publish it, and they teach it in university, and nobody complain?
Well, even that just because that just because one scholar he writes something does not
Who said that this one scholar he is copying from other scholars? My friend, isn't it you who said that those are
there.
reported from one to one to one to one? Al-Qurtubi did not live in the time of Muhammad, so obviously he is copying others and others from others and others from others until we reach to the main source. So this is not an excuse again. And let us say, for the sake of argument, this story is a lie. Still, the Quran says, Allah said to Muhammad, why you are hiding what Allah revealed to you? Okay, what Allah revealed to you? That you will take this woman. So based on this verse alone, Muhammad was a liar, telling the guy, keep your wife for you, when Allah told him, take her, she's yours. Even the verse proving that Muhammad is a fraud.
It's a very controversial
You
topic.
see, my friend, this is what you do. Anything is disgusting, you say controversial. Anything is stupid, you say I have a problem with it. But the question is that a prophet we can trust to follow? Is he the best example? The Lord said, from their fruits you shall know them. As simple as that.
Obviously, this does not sound very beautiful, what you're describing. And it does not sound very good, but well, like and of course I agree it doesn't sound good, but again, just like you take the Bible with a grain of salt, I take the Quran
I don't, my friend. You are making things up. I said to you, I accept what the Bible teach. I didn't say I don't accept anything in the Bible. I never said that. It's you who keep saying things I did not say. So it is you now trying to run away from what is written in your books. It says each time the man he tried to have sex with her, Allah make his penis swell. I mean, even the God of Muhammad, he don't want the man to have sex with his wife just because the prophet he want her.
Okay, I got you. But here's the thing. I personally, I take this with a grain of salt. I'm like, I can't believe this is from a prophet of God. So, and you didn't give me any, to be honest with you, you didn't exactly give me very accurate sources for that hadith.
I gave you this Al-Qurtubi, go check it out. I mean, I give you the book name, I will give you the page number, I can give you the link, and then you say to me you did not give me accurate. So if it's not accurate, my friend, if it's not accurate, why? If it's not accurate, why it is there?
I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna do research later.
Okay, so don't tell me I did not give you accurate, because if it is not accurate, do you think the scholars they will put it there, something not accurate? Be honest with yourself.
Of course, there are many scholars that believe incorrect things. They're just humans, just like there are many Christian
your prophet is a human too. Your prophet is a human too.
He's a human indeed.
Okay, so if the excuse is that there is a scholars they are human, well, then we should not believe in any story, because all those stories written by a human, the good and the bad.
Well, here's the thing. Just because if it goes from one human's mouth to another human's mouth, of course, a little bit would have changed. But that doesn't mean you have to throw the entire trash away. No, you have to throw the entire thing in the trash, because then we will have no stories to tell today.
So, my friend, what you are doing now, wherever we go, you will find an escape for it, and you will say, well, this story is controversial. This story is a questionable. This question, you did not give me authentic source. All what I'm reading is your Islamic books. So how you can follow Islam if you cannot trust your books?
if I can,
how yourself you can be a Muslim if you don't have a trustworthy books to follow?
there are a couple of course, there are a few flaws here and there. It was passed on from human to human. That doesn't mean that the Quran itself
I
is.
showed you a verse from the Quran. You say this is wrong. Is that passed from a human to human wrong, or this is Quran?
I'll give you my answer. Let's say I have a apple tree in my yard, and it makes a few times, a couple of times, it produces very bad apples. Few times. You asking me if why I should draw away my whole tree, chop off the whole tree? I'm telling you, I can't do that. I will accept that it is not perfect, and I will keep it for the good apples.
So
Yeah.
you are saying that Allah have a bad apples, and there's a tree. There's some apples are good. There's some apples are bad. So
In this case, that would mean that in the Quran there are verses that have not been perfectly preserved. That's all that means.
okay, so
That is-
now anything I will show you, I'm wasting my time with you, with my respect to you. Anything I will show you, you will say it's not preserved. Very simple.
Okay, let me ask you directly. Just because there are things that, let's say, are immoral, because let's be honest, you used arguments based on morality about Muhammad, things that he did. Not disagreeing with you that a couple of those there are immoral, but just because there are a couple of immoral things here, does that specifically mean that the whole thing, God is not existent, Muhammad is not a prophet?
Okay,
Or in your,
okay. When a man,
I'm fine in
he
your
go
case.
when a man listen to me. When a man he go flirt with married women, and let us say, okay, all of us we are sinners. Okay, I commit sin too, and you commit sin too. Correct? Do you agree?
That's true.
Okay, so do God, he is going to rebuke me, or he is going to encourage me to do more sin? Is he going to make verses saying, do it, good for you?
What's not?
Why? No, this is the Quran. You see, I just quote for you, my friend. You are not listening. So when Allah,
Okay, fine. So here's the thing. Like a lot of the arguments you say, like they can be interpreted in many ways, but
my
regardless
friend,
of
you
that,
can give
I think
interpretation
that
as you wish. You cannot
100%
escape it, my
that
friend.
there are
Good try. Good
verses.
try. No, good try. Here we go. The verse in front of you. It says, why you are hiding what Allah revealed to you, telling the guy not to divorce your wife. So the guy came to Muhammad saying, I want to divorce my wife. Muhammad saying to him, why? Why you want to divorce your wife? The guy a second ago was in his house flirting with the wife. And now his God saying to him, encouraging him to be filthy, saying to him, why you are hiding what is in your heart? What is in his heart? He is in love with her. He want her. He want to have sex with her. So Allah saying, why you hide from him? Why? Okay, what kind of God he says that? God, this God should say to him, shame on you, Muhammad, the woman she's married. Shame on you. Leave the woman
Let me
alone.
ask you: do you believe, like in poetic justice, that the moral will always win in this world? Because while we would like, me too, I would also like that to be the truth, but
My friend,
that
my
doesn't
friend,
always.
my
Just because
friend,
it's moral
my
does
friend,
not mean it's true.
I believe the evil is more strong than the good in this world. I believe in that.
Yes.
But
So morality does not always
but
equal
I
truth.
believe in the same time that the Lord will do justice for those who do bad. So you can be a terrorist, you can kill me, and you win. You win. You take my house. You can do. You are a terrorist. Okay, and then, but God will do justice. So evil can win, but this is temporarily win. But look at this. Now we have God. He is not screwing his prophet, saying to him, shame on you to do so. He is saying to him, why? He's saying the opposite. Why? Why you don't tell the guy you want her? Why you are telling him keep her? If you and you like her, are you fearing the people? So do you fear what people will say? So obviously what he will do is bad. You see, when we fear what people will say, obviously what we are doing is not right.
Okay,
everything we do in secret, everything we cannot do in public, obviously it is not right to do in private.
Well, not exactly. I don't agree.
No, I
I
agree.
don't
No, if I'm married now, if I'm married and I have my wife, I always say to her in public, "I love you." But I will not
well,
say.
would you have
But I
sex
cannot
with her
say.
in public?
But I cannot say to a married woman, "I love you." Do you agree? In the public, can I say that?
To someone else's wife?
Yeah.
Obviously that's wrong. That's bad to do. I don't
Okay.
disagree
So your
at all.
prophet, he did that in private, but he did not dare to say it in public. This is what the verse is saying. The verse saying to him, "Why you
I'm
are
not
hiding? What
making
is in your
excuse.
heart? Are you afraid from the people to tell them?"
I'm not gonna make any excuse. I admit that is messed up, and but at the end of the day, it makes it easy. At the end, I take the Quran with a grain of salt, and I agree that it's messed up. I do not follow that specific. How do you say it? I don't think that's right to do. I don't follow that. But I take the Quran with a grain of salt. But let me
Okay.
ask you:
You see, we are
did you
talking
used to
about.
be a Muslim before?
We are talking
Before you
about. No,
understood?
thank God, I'm too smart to be a Muslim for a second. I
So,
will
so,
insult
so,
you, but
so,
this is
so did you leave Islam because of moral cases
no,
or
no, no.
because of
Islam. The reason I refuse
prejudice?
Islam because Islam is the most stupid religion ever. It's just stupid. It's just so stupid. As an
So,
example, I will give you an example. You know, we are talking about good and bad, right? When the Quran
yes,
says that bad women they will marry bad men and good women they will marry good men, do you agree with that?
obviously that's a symbolic verse. How can you not hear that it's symbolic? You know, you have
Symbolic for
ayat
what?
mutashabiha and what would you say?
Symbolic for
Well,
what? How bad
well,
women? How Allah destiny that bad
it's
women?
basically talking about like a karma almost.
But this is
You
about
know.
destiny. This is about destiny. Read the interpretation. So
Well,
Allah He made a destiny that bad women for bad men, you know,
well,
bad and good women for good men.
Well, that could mean that could mean that that doesn't mean that well that could mean that could be karma. It means like you reap what you sow.
My
Maybe
friend,
that's that.
you Muslims are Hindu now, karma, and what is that? It says bad women for bad men. الخبيثات للخبيثين الطيبات للطيبين. You speak Arabic, so you have no excuse. So if it's destiny by Allah, the plan of Allah, He will marry bad women to bad men. Then
Well, that could mean that
no prophet will marry a bad woman, correct?
well there are definitely based on the Islam prophets that have married significant others that are not exactly a perfect example. But then again, it's I take that verse symbolic to be symbolic and not exactly literal.
See, my friend, look what happened to you. The second we now you are trying to use a new duct tape to close the leak of Muhammad. So now this is symbolic, guys. Symbolic, my friend. It's symbolic. We agree. It says. Symbolic for what? That bad women they will marry bad men only, and good men they will marry good women only. It's a destiny. So symbolic. I get it, but symbolic for what? Symbolic for a foolish logic, because you just said there's many good men. There's many good men. They marry from bad women, and vice versa. So how?
Okay.
What kind of God he says? I made it. I decide that I made a destiny that bad women only will marry bad men, and good women only will marry good men, and good men will marry only good women. Look how he repeat himself like a kid. I mean, how many times I need to repeat? Okay, women who they are bad will marry a bad man, and men who they are bad they will marry a bad woman, and then a man who is good he will marry a good woman, and women who is good will marry a good man.
Read it one more time and look at it, and you will come to understand. There are good possibilities that it is
Okay,
symbolic.
give me the possibility you accept.
Well, okay, the possibility is that it symbolically means you reap what you sow. And Islam, we believe this, you probably believe that in Christianity too, or not, you wouldn't believe in the concept of hell and concept of heaven. But that doesn't mean that Allah
What does have to do with heaven? What's wrong with you, my friend? Are we going to talk about electricity soon and the price of the oil?
Don't you
Listen,
understand?
focus with me. This is
That's
not
one
about
example.
oil price, and
So,
this is not about taxes, and this is.
God makes sure
Listen,
that
I asked
what
you
you sow,
symbolic
not
for
only
what? I said
just
to you
only
symbolic for
for
what?
every
It says
life.
bad man will marry bad women. Bad women will marry bad men. Good men, they will marry good women. Good women will marry good men. Very simple. And suddenly you start talking about things that have nothing to do with the topic. Explain to
Okay,
me what
fine.
this verse means.
And what it means is you reap what you sow, but that doesn't mean that our God always involves himself in people's life on earth and always make sure that people reap what they sow. But in general, people reap
What in
what they sow.
general? Hold on. It says bad women. I mean, very simple. He did not say some bad women marry some bad men, some good women marry some good men. He made it so clear. Bad women marry bad men, and and good men, they marry good women. And now you are trying to again use duct tape. They will not try. You know, you are out of duct tape. Do you still have more?
To be honest with you, I'm pretty. When it comes to this, is not your best argument. You have made a lot of
My
good
friend,
arguments.
no, actually, this is one of the best, because if this is true, then Muhammad's wife, she should not be bad. Aisha, she did not go and make a strike against him. So, Hafsa, she did not make a strike against Muhammad. Even the Quran says that the wife of Lut and the wife of Noah, they betrayed their husband, and they are prophet. So when the Quran says Allah will make a destiny that bad men may marry only bad women and good men they will marry only good women, that's mean Muhammad is bad.
Well, again, there's a lot of way too much plausible deniability that verse could mean
Yeah, you
symbolic.
can use dictate. Read the interpretation.
Again, even based on what the translation that you used right now.
I'm a friend.
If
Use any
that
translation you
sounds
want. You speak Arabic. You do not need translation. You are a person who speaks Arabic. So let's not to go and jump to the exclusive translation. الخبيثات للخبيثين والخبيثون للخبيثات
yeah,
والطيبات
but
للطيبين والطيبون للطيبات.
does it not sound like it could be like a nice, a poem, like a poem, like it means like a poem, symbolic poem, some verses are like that and some verses are direct, and you are not
My friend,
most
my friend, your God, he made a decision that he will marry bad women to bad men and good men to good women. And then we find that this is absolutely false, because even the Quran speak about the wives of Muhammad going and doing strike against Muhammad, and even the Quran accused them to be kuffar. The Quran says وَقَدْ صَغَتْ أَيْمَانَهُم, which mean their heart became a heart of kuffar, and Allah is asking them to repent in the verse. So if bad women they will marry only bad men, that's mean Aisha, she married a bad man, his name is Muhammad. And you agree with me that the fruit of Muhammad, obviously it's bad, but what you do each time I show you something showing that Muhammad is a very bad man, you use a duct tape. Either you say, oh, this is controversial, and this is maybe it's a corruption, or maybe this is not authentic source. Even if it's Quran, you said that maybe this is not true from the true Quran, this is additional. So speaking to you, my friend, speaking to you, I have to say that you are a person, you like to sit with me in a round room, so I cannot corner you.
Well, you have a lot of points. I admitted to you before, and that there's a lot of things that I think the Muslim community they need to look at. But then again, this is maybe the first time in history where people that are not Muslim they take a good look at Islam's sources, and so we have to take a second look at because when it comes to Sahih Bukhari and Sahih Muslim, we just call the whole book Sahih. We don't.
Yeah, even the names. Actually, the books of Sahih are 6, not only Bukhari and Muslim. By the way, just to give you information, maybe you do not know it. Do you know that you don't have the book of Al-Bukhari and Muslim?
How come? What do you mean exactly?
You don't? No Muslim have it.
I have it. Sahih Bukhari and Sahih Muslim.
Nobody have it. Nobody have it. They have what they have today. They claim that from the students of the student of Al-Bukhari, some of them they memorize what Al-Bukhari said. Who in the world can believe such a thing? You don't
Okay,
have a
okay.
book of
Have you heard
Al-Bukhari.
about?
Same
Have you heard about?
as the Quran. You don't have the book of the Quran. So what happened here, that we have a madness of lying, saying that Islam preserved. When we check out, we find that the Quran is not preserved, the Hadith is not preserved, and nothing is. Islam does not exist actually. What we have
And
is a collection of his stories, and the second the story is embarrassment to a Muslim, he would deny it, the same what you did.
okay, okay. Have you heard about Yasir Qadi?
Yeah, I know him. He was my cousin. But
I,
then
I,
my family, they decide not to accept him to be my cousin no more because he said there's holes in the narrative.
okay, funny, funny. Okay.
But
Well, like
by the
I
way,
used to follow him for a very long time,
hold on,
but lately,
my friend. I want you to call Yasser Qadi and tell him about the duct tape you are using because he can close the holes in the narrative by using duct tape.
okay, okay, but you still get on. Good.
Why not? I
Well,
mean, it might work, you know,
talking
because both
about.
of you use duct tape. So give him some duct tape. Don't be cheap. Come on. I mean, be a nice guy. Give that guy some
Oh,
duct tape. There's a hole in the narrative. If we can duct tape them,
I,
we can
I,
stop
I
the leak.
admitted to you that there's holes, you know. So at the end, I admitted that there's problems, and I admit them, and I think the Muslim community they need to take a look at these holes, if you want to use that example.
Mm.
And I admit that to you. But let's say Yasir Qadi, I used to listen to him and follow him for a long time, and you know, lately he's been saying stuff like there are holes in the, what do you say, holes in the narrative.
Mm-hmm.
And some guy he made a funny remix. Well,
Yeah,
some people
but
are funny.
did you notice? Did you notice, my friend, when Yasser Qadi he said his sentence, all Muslims suddenly they washed their hands from him. I mean, the guy did not say he's a scholar. According to them, he was a scholar a second ago. The second he said what he said, suddenly everybody is insulting him. Everybody is attacking him. I mean, they invite him interview after interview, and the Sheikh, they call him Sheikh. Even Mimi Hijab, when interview him, he says, Sheikh, today we will talk, and he asking him a question, which means he's a student. The second he
Everyone
said
said that
something,
360 changed their opinion on him that day, and he got a lot of threats, and it's not very good. I don't agree. I think it's sad. I became shocked myself when I saw this reaction. The guy is an honest guy. He's just admitting that there is a problem, but I think the holes maybe are scary to the Muslim. They're scary big that they would rather hide than, you know, to look at our flaws and, you know, in our narrative, and maybe try to look at them maybe like the Christians did, you know,
my
what do
friend,
you say, like forming the religion.
can I say the name you are using in Skype, or you don't want to use it?
I like to be anonymous, please.
Okay, I will just call you Muhammad. Okay.
Okay, you can
All right.
you can use Abdul, since you guys like to say
Okay,
Abdul.
I have an advice for you. Why you don't change the name of religion of Islam and call it duct tape Allah?
Oh, nice one, nice one. Man.
Because you Muslims, all what you do is just duct tape the God. I mean, the God is leaking all over. There's holes in his book. There's holes in his statement. There's holes in his logic. There's holes in his ethic. And what we do, we duct tape. Even when Yasser Qadi, he says, there's holes in the narrative. He did not even dare to tell us. He said, we should not discuss this in public. We should discuss it in private. So he's not being honest. Is that a private religion, or this is a private religion, or this is a religion for all mankind as Muslims they claim? So if it's for all mankind, then we should discuss the topic in public. So he was warning them, don't open the topic.
So he was talking about it public, but he had to change because he got a lot of threats, and the Muslims they are now ready to acknowledge this. So they gave him a lot of threats and so on. So that's why he said we can't talk about this in public, because first he thought we were ready to talk about this in public, but then he's like, no, we have to. The Muslims they're not ready yet because
so after 1400 years, you Muslims are not ready.
Well, this is the first time they're facing.
No, this is not the first time. We make fun of Islam since the beginning, from the first day. The Arab Christians are the first people to love Muhammad.
What happened? A lot of Muslims attack them, so they become scared. They can't talk, you know.
But that will not change the fact, my friend, that the duct tape. Here we go, duct tape again. We attack them so we can duct tape Allah. So there's many solutions for the duct tape. If we cannot kill them, silence them. Like now we live in the West, so we can speak freely. But if I live in the Middle East, they would duct tape me, correct?
And that's bad. And that's bad. They should listen to you, what you have to say, and give it a chance.
But is
But
it Islamic? Is it Islamic to listen to me? Is that a teaching of Allah?
let's be honest. Even back in the days, Christianity, you would get consequences for criticizing Christianity.
No, my friend. You see, if
Slowly,
there is a Christian ruler, listen. If there is a Christian ruler, he says, if you insult the Bible, I will kill you. This is his act. This is his job. You know, he do what he think it's right for him. But Jesus, he was insulted himself. Jesus was crucified himself. Jesus was in the cross, and he says, forgive them, Father, they do not know what they are doing. He did not say, I will kill you. He did not say, hey, Christians, after they finish killing me, kill them all. He did not say that. He said, forgive them, Father, they don't know what they are doing. So if Jesus himself was insulted, was killed, it was humiliated, and yet Jesus in the cross says, forgive them, Father, they do not know what they are doing. That's mean the best example of us is Jesus, not a king. Unless the king is following Jesus. So,
well, I'm sure Muhammad wouldn't attack people because they criticize Muslim. He doesn't seem like that type of a person.
Okay. So why he says then attack, kill those who don't believe in Allah and the last day, from the Christian and the Jews, until they pay jizya with humiliation?
Are there examples in the hadith where he attacks people because they disagree?
All the hadith about he
Well,
said,
I've
been victorious by terror. He even scared the Christians from a distance of 1 month journey.
I haven't heard that one before.
You are talking to Christian Prince, you will hear Allah.
Before that,
My
but
friend.
before that, there's
Okay,
Allah on the other side
hold
of
on.
the
This is a Sahih hadith. He said, I've been victorious by terror from the distance of 1 month journey.
The terror hadith something. What does it say exactly?
It says in Arabic, نصرت بالرعب مسيرة شهر. So from a distance of 1 month journey, he was victorious by terror. People, they hear he's coming. Month journey is a month away. This is how you see how peaceful he is. If Jesus come into a town, people will be terrified or will be happy to go and meet him.
Well, at the end of the day, Allah is not the only prophet that was, how do you say, a little bit political. Look at Solomon.
My friend, what political now? You see, you are the one who said to me, if there's anywhere it says that Muhammad, he killed people, in case you don't agree with him. Isn't it your prophet, he says, the one who changed religion, kill him? من بدل دينه فاقتلوه.
Does he say that? Does he say that?
Oh yeah, here we go.
Well, they are true that Allah, there are countries.
My friend, this is Al-Bukhari. Here we go. The prophet says the one who changes religion, i.e. apostate, kill him. And this is Sahih.
Well, there are countries that I'm not gonna lie. There's countries like Saudi Arabia and stuff where you can't be non-Muslim and get away freely. But here's the thing. Here's the thing you don't understand. It's that it was like that in many Christian countries before, but they became more and more, let's say, civilized and.
My friend, you keep saying the Christian countries. Jesus is our constitution, not a Christian country. As you see now in some Christian countries, they do everything against God. So can we follow them now? Can we say that Jesus what he said? So either we follow what Jesus said, or not.
The punishment for people who are not Muslims is being killed.
Just to show you the stupidity of Muslims. A guy, he posed for us in the chat saying there is violent verses in the Bible. Read for me Luke chapter 2 verse number 49 and 51, and he said that Jesus says, I did not come to bring peace, but I brought division. My friend, but Jesus, did he kill anybody? And why you don't continue reading the verses? He said, you see what people they do. Muslims, I'm not trying to insult you, the one is with me, Mr. Muhammad, but Muslims are a bunch of hypocrites. Did Jesus kill anybody? Did he take a sword to kill somebody? Jesus said
Well,
that they will kill you. They will kill you. So
well, Jesus
the
was not, but
the cowardly behavior of the Muhammadan
the
is
Old Testament,
they
and they will
copy, they take a verse from the Bible and they don't read what is before it, they don't read what after it. It's us who will be killed. It is us. There's a sword on us, not on you. So they, instead of saying, Jesus says, you Christian will be killed because of my name. He says, Jesus, he says, I did not bring peace. So Muslims, they always promote hypocrisy. They copy, paste verses, but they don't want to show the rest of it because they knew that the same chapters we are reading will condemn what they are saying, will expose their lies.
There are people that killed the others in the name of Jesus and in the name of Muhammad and in the name of Allah and in the
My
name of
friend
Yahweh.
Muhammad himself, he killed people for no reason, just to steal their sheep. Muhammad, he killed people for no reason, just to take their women. Muhammad, he
No,
took
no, no. He
oh,
will only fight in self-defense and when you think it's
no,
necessary.
as an example, Bani
So,
al-Mustaliq, here we go. Let's give you an example. Hold on, hold on,
you
hold on.
probably made a lot of wrong things too.
Hold
You
on,
did
my
a lot.
friend. Hold on, hold on. You obviously you know
I,
nothing about your religion. Here we go. Those are nice people. They never attack Muhammad. They never do anything to him. He waited for them until they were feeding their animals. The men are busy, the women in their houses, and then he attacked them and he took all the women. He killed all the men who can defend, and he took the children too. This is the story of Juriya. Read it. So
and he did this to other people, innocent people that are not Muslims. So is that what you're saying?
yeah, they are not in war. They are feeding their animals. He is doing nothing to him. He took their animals. He took their women, and he raped them.
Muhammad,
Yeah,
we're speaking about the same person.
Muhammad, the same person.
Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Yeah, sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Yeah,
And where is exactly the sources? Are we talking about hadith?
Al-Bukhari in front of you. I'm showing it on the screen.
Sahih Bukhari.
Yeah, people, they are just feeding their animals, drinking water. They are headless. Even the hadith says in translation, he attacked Bani al-Mustaliq without warning, while they were headless, and their cattle were being watered. At the places of the water, their fighting men, which means the one who can defend, were killed, and their women and children were taken as a captive. And then in that day, Muhammad, he raped Juriya.
All right. Well, that is that's. I'm gonna be honest with that. That sounds terrible, but I'm gonna be. But maybe as you said, it could be that because Muhammad when he was when he became after he went to Medina, he became more and more. How do you say it? More and more responsibilities. So
So because now I have more responsibility, I go rape the neighbors?
No. That's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is that he had a lot of stress and maybe he lost his.
So if I have a stress, I go and rape your wife.
No. He lost himself in the power maybe.
Okay, I will make it simple for you. Muhammad, he lost his.
And
he have a stress. Okay, hold on. This is a new duct tape, guys. This our friend here. He got a new duct tape now. It's called. He have a stress. So now we will use the stress duct tape.
No.
Come on. I mean, what is that? The guys attacking people, feeding watering their animals. They did not attack him. They have nothing to do with him. And then you said to me, he have a stress. Okay, I have a stress too.
He lost himself in the power.
My friend,
all this power.
Honestly, right? Muhammad, I have to go because I have a stress. I'm going to attack my neighbor, take his wife. Honestly, I can't take it no more. I have a stress.
Okay.
Let me tell you what. Let me tell you what happened. Let me tell you what might happen. My phone is not working. The battery is dying so fast. I have a stress, man. I cannot afford it. So I'm going to attack the neighbor, take his phone, and take his wife in the way. And if he's asked me when he's dying, why you did that to me, CP? I will say, I have a stress, man. Let me hold on. And if he open his mouth, I will use a duct tape. I will close his mouth. Says, don't ask me. I have a stress. If you don't believe me, ask Muhammad from Skype. He told me to do so.
My apologies. That
Okay,
was wrong.
Muhammad.
What I meant was,
Muhammad,
what I meant,
my friend.
he
Okay, it's
lost
okay. It's
himself
okay.
in all
It's
the
okay.
power. He had a lot of responsibilities and all the power,
Muhammad, I
and
will change
got
your name.
power.
I will change your name, honestly, to duct tape in Skype. Honestly, I will do
Come
that. Here we go. I will do it in the front of your eyes. I'm not going to show it on the screen. I will use next to him, next to his name, duct tape. I'm serious. I did that, you know? Here we go.
on.
Actually, I'm typing in Arabic. Let me fix it. Duct
My God,
tape.
man, come on, man.
Yeah, because simply this is what you do. This is what you do best. Duct tape. I will show just part of your. I'm not going to show your name. Here we go. There we go. People will see. Duct tape. That's you. Well, nice talking to you, my friend. You can call me next time we go live on air. I have to go now. I apologize, but
Of course, no way.
I have now a lot of duct tape because of your help. It will be enough
No
for the
problem.
coming years to do electric wiring, to do stop leaking. You know, I mean,
You're welcome. If you need
you
any
have
more,
you have unlimited supply of duct tape, my friend. I mean, you're wonderful. Thank you. All right. Take care.
Thank
Take care.
you,
Bye
man.
bye. He's a nice guy, but I mean, what we can say. He agreed that the Quran is full of garbage, but what his excuse is, maybe those verses are not from the preserved Quran.